Victor?
Yeah,
he got up there and got that ball.
Oh. And hung on.
And then had a great run. I really like that our wide receivers block very well. They block very well downfield.
So you've got something not on because
All
I
in
can
all,
hear
I
all
think
you
the
guys.
officials did a pretty good job. There was a lot of penalties.
This is
I don't
And good evening, everybody. This is Caleb Spinner with the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network coming to you live from Mechanicsburg Indians Stadium, the home of tonight's game between the Mechanicsburg Indians and the visiting West Jefferson Roughriders. I'm joined tonight by my guest color commentator, Mr. Paul Hirschberger, the principal of Mechanicsburg. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful, Caleb. Thank you very much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Man, we're all excited to be here. This has all the makings of being a great game. Two stellar running backs on either side of the ball. Two offenses that are looking to prove themselves tonight. Two defenses as well, with some top OHC athletes in the defensive end on sacks, interceptions for West Jeff, and on tackles for freshman Jake Hurst.
Yes, and by all means, two excellent programs with two head coaches who have established phenomenal groups of men that continue to play hard every week.
Yeah, Coach Bisher for the West Jefferson Roughriders and Coach Forrest from the Mechanicsburg Indians. This has been a rivalry that I know myself and many people in Mechanicsburg have loved to see year after year play out, and now you get to see it at home from the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network now.
Yes, this rivalry started many years ago. This used to be a Week 1 game when West Jeff was not in the OHC, and so this was always a great test to start the game off, or to start the season off, every year. Both a measuring stick for both programs to know, how are we doing, how's the season outlook going to be. Very playoff implications now that West Jeff has joined the OHC. This has been and specifically the OHC North, this has been a big-time game that have league implications every single year, regardless of record. It's definitely a throw-out-the-record kind of a game. Every year, these two teams battle each other, and both coaches are very competitive and good friends, by the way. And so that also plays into the competitive nature of the two guys.
Friendship always makes for the best rivalries.
Exactly.
The best friendships have a little bit of fight, a little bit of I want to beat you to them.
Yes, I'm sure there were a few text messages sent this week back and forth between those guys.
I'm sure a lot more than a few, but I'm pretty sure there was a lot of discussion.
Oh yes,
trash talk as it's
yes.
commonly referred to going on between these two squads. There's only 5 minutes left until game time. We're getting really excited up in the booth. The stands are getting excited. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will bring you the starting of the Mechanicsburg Indians West Jefferson Roughriders game.
All right, how was that?
That was good.
How are you, sir?
The West Jeff Roughriders will enter the contest 4-2 under the leadership.
I don't know if it's on the school website yet. It's linked to social media accounts.
Yeah, it's just on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a YouTube stream. Right now our website sucks. And I know one of the things that Pam, or our new tech person, that's one of her tasks is to find one that doesn't suck. So when that happens, I know I have some things I'd like to be.
It's hard to navigate.
It is. It is ridiculously hard to navigate.
What you just said. I'm tech savvy. I can't find that stuff I'm looking for.
Oh, I know. Yeah, our website sucks. Yeah.
It's like OHSAA.
Yeah, so that's one thing Pam, she's been tasked with. Oh, by the way, find us a website that doesn't suck. She's like, oh, no problem. Got this. I've been here like 5 minutes.
It's awkward. Way around to find the lunch menu this morning. Girls, I don't know if you want to buy or pack. What do you have? I don't know. I will find it.
Yeah. Did you? Please, okay, help. I don't know how to find it.
Try to find the school schedule.
Oh, the sports schedule? Oh.
No, look for school class schedule. That means for the year schedule when it start and stop.
Oh, I don't even know if it's on there anymore. Because we had it all on there, and then somehow we switched websites, and stuff was supposed to transfer, and it didn't. Who's this? Wyatt Dillon. What number is he?
Yes.
25. Running back. He is what, a defensive back? Dins, I don't know if anybody'd be happy if you were twins, brother.
That's really good fun. Kind of disgusting when you think about it.
D-line.
Good luck, guys. Thank you, guys. So, heads up, this is what's being broadcast right now. When I fiddle around with this up here or this full-on one down here, I'll click transition and it'll go over
So
here.
the right is always on.
Yeah, so this is what it's always on. This is what I'll have it to. And I'll just click this and this will flip over here.
Okay.
And it'll be shown. Okay, so that's how you know when we're being shown or not.
When are we? Do you want to jump in and say some of these things and
Yeah.
you want to?
Yeah, I'll pop in. We can do that. And the Indians are taking the field right now, armed in their black uniforms. One of my personal favorites that the Indians sport in big matchups in the seasons. And we're going to take this time to announce some key players. I know you've done some homework, Principal Hirschberger. Who do you have highlighted during this game going into here?
Well, we have a few players from both teams that have proved to be leaders in not only from their teams but the OHC in general. Starting with Mechanicsburg, Jake Hurst, linebacker for Mechanicsburg. He is third in the OHC for tackles as a freshman. So phenomenal. 64 tackles at this point in time. Joey Muscadri, running back for the Indians, has a total of 727 yards in the season through 6 games, which puts him at second in the OHC. And Keith Bebout, wide receiver for the Indians, second in the OHC in receiving with 521 yards total. On the other side for the Roughriders, Gabe Jones, running back for the Roughriders, third in the OHC with 724 yards, just a few behind Muscadri. So that'll be an interesting matchup watching these two back and forth. We also have Wyatt Dillon, defensive back for the Roughriders, who's third in the OHC with interceptions, having 3 on the season. And number 58, defensive lineman Chet Lohr, fourth in the OHC in sacks. So it is definitely a matchup of talented players along with talented teams.
Logan Hurst and Aaron Conley are going to have to watch out for Lohr tonight.
That is a true statement. Let's make sure our quick tackle and strong tackles are protecting them.
We made a nickname for Jake Hurst last week. The Madison Plains game. He's the Mullet Monster.
The Mullet Monster.
The Mullet
I love
Monster.
it. Absolutely love it.
And this game is underway. The Mullet Monster is going to return it, and he'll get to about the 25, and that's where the Indians will set up shop in this opening drive.
Indians 6-0 on the season, 4-0 in the OHC, and have definitely started off well this season with the ball.
Yeah.
Have outscored opponents by 195 points.
Whew.
So that's a great stat line for the Indians.
That is, and most of that offensive prowess rests on the shoulders of Logan Hurst, the junior quarterback for the Indians. He's coming in to take the first few snaps, and Joey Muscadri is on the near side with Keith Bebout lined up on the side closest to the sideline. And they're in the shotgun formation. Takes a snap, and he's going to keep it. Logan Hurst on the run here.
Great blocking by the Indians. That's about a 6-yard run there, and I think every single one of the Indians had a hat on a Rough Rider right there.
Those plays don't work unless the Indians are blocking, and sure enough they were there. They made an entire wall for their quarterback to run behind.
And I know I said about Muscadri being second in the OHC for rushing, but he just put a hit on number 52 here for the Rough Riders, a really large Mang that's playing defensive end.
Same formation, but this time Keith Bebout on the far side. Aaron Conley in at quarterback. Rolling far side. A beam to Bebout.
Nice catch.
And they're going to call it a catch.
Diving catch for Bebout. Came back to get that ball.
Man,
that was excellent vision.
You can tell it's a good receiver when he's willing to risk his body for that catch. Good pass.
The two-quarterback system here for Coach Forrest seems to be working out very well this season.
Yeah, it's been working. The games that we've been watching, they're getting even snaps. Logan obviously has been relaxed in the past couple seasons, but Aaron's looking relaxed as well, and that's always a good thing to see from a freshman quarterback.
Yes, but at this point in time in the season, we're six games in. He's no longer a freshman. He's
Oh,
got
no.
plenty of experience.
Oh, yeah, he's reliable. And there's Joey Muscadri's first carry. Doesn't look like much, maybe 2 on the play.
The large defensive line there for the Roughriders, and those fellows are not small by any means, and they gobbled him up pretty quick. Although Muscadri still got 2 yards on a play that looked like nothing was coming.
Yeah. That is a big defensive front, and I know for one, if I was still playing, I'd be intimidated to match up with them every play. And Aaron Conley is going to keep this one. He finds
There
a
he
gap up the
goes.
middle, and he lowers his shoulder,
Nice.
gets to about the 40-yard line of the Roughriders
That was about
into
a
enemy
14-yard
territory.
run.
Oh, yeah. He's been really good with his legs, too. He's shown prowess with the arm and with the legs. You can't really stop this young kid.
And for a freshman, you can definitely tell there's no fear. Ran right through those big fellas into the secondary and lowered a boom on their defensive back.
Logan Hurst giving the Indians orders from Battle Command on the sideline. Shotgun formation. What we've seen all year from Mechanicsburg. And another quarterback keep. Oh, he's tripped up. Gain of maybe
Flag
2,
on
and
the
there's
play.
a flag.
Flag came in late.
Yeah, it did. I didn't see that until.
Number 34 for the Roughriders, Dylan Lambert, linebacker, is the one that tripped him up. I mean, if he gets past Dylan, he probably has a 5-yard gain, maybe more.
Oh, easy.
We had a hat-on-hat as we were rolling through the line.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, it's against the Roughriders.
So that's going to give us a nice little jump for the Indians.
Looked like he signaled a chop or a chop block. I don't know quite how that works out as a defender, but maybe taking out his knees, I guess.
From
In
what
any case, Indians 1st and 10.
From what I know, it's below the knee is that contact, and it looked like he grabbed the shin on the trip. So that might be why they called that one.
Okay. Conley back in the game.
Yes, he is. He's going to fake the handoff to Muscadri, and he's going to plow his way for a little chunky yardage. Or runnage, as we said during the Madison Plains game, runnage.
Continuing picking up some runnage every time we take a snap. Again, another 2-yard run for the Indians.
These have been good play calls. I mean, in all the games we've seen, they've had some good. They've mixed it up on the sideline, and
Coach Forrest definitely prides himself in his similar formations, but playing with the defensive minds over there on the other sidelines.
Logan Hurst back in. Another keeper. Gets maybe 2 or 3 on that play. Tripped up fairly close to the starting line. 3rd and 8 from the 20-yard line of the Roughriders right now. As Aaron Conley comes back into the game.
Indians doing a good job moving the ball down the field, face their first 3rd down of the game.
Conley gives it to Joey Muscadri.
He is
Brought down roughly the same bit. That's going to bring up 4th down.
gobbled up by a few Roughriders there. There was some kind of a blitz on the other side. They got through our line pretty quick. Puts up 4th and about 6 on the Indians' 20.
Noah Wolf hops into the game for the Indians.
One person we've not seen anything out of is Bebout. This
Yeah.
might not be a bad time to.
Test him out.
Yes.
I mean, he had that one diving catch
Oh, that's
early
correct.
on,
Thank
but
you. And we do
not
throw it
much. And it looks like, oh,
over his head. Looked right for him though. That was
just a
right
bit
where it needed to
overthrown.
be. It looked like it could have been open.
Conley flexed his muscle a little bit too much on that, on that
There
throw.
you go.
Overshoots his intended target of Keith Bebout, and that's going to bring up turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs there, like you say, and West Jeff 4-2 steps in. steps in, and they are, what would that make us, 3-1 in the OHC to take their first offensive snaps on the Mechanicsburg 20-yard line.
And you said it before the game, Gabe Jones, one of their favorite people to go to on the ground. He's going to have a big game, I bet, if the Indians don't D him up.
First play, throw the ball, though.
Yeah. And no one can bring him down. They finally do across the 40. That'll move the chains significant amount, bring up another first down.
I tell you, these jerseys from the Roughriders, it is very difficult to see those yellow numbers. I can't see which receiver grabbed that, but he broke a few tackles, made a nice, about 20-yard run there. That was a quick pass by quarterback Justin Williams. Got the ball out fast.
Kept his legs chugging after the.
That might have been number 10, Tyler Oberle, sophomore wide receiver for the Roughriders.
And there's the handoff. Gabe Jones, it looks like, on that one. And he's brought down, gain of about 3 on that play.
Looked like Caden Coleman made that stop for the Indians.
And he's been big. He's been big in every game he's played and every game we've got to see him in.
Yes, also freshman, continue to get better and better every week.
I think he's a sophomore.
I lied. He is a sophomore. You're exactly right.
I think. I'm making sure.
Yes, he is.
Still young by all means.
Still, exactly.
And a handoff from motion. Dives, gets across the 50 into Indians territory.
Caden Coleman again.
Another guy on the defensive line, Jaron Patterson, has also had a massive role in this early bit of the season.
Yes, he's definitely stepped into a starting position this year and made a big impact both offensively and defensively.
Every time we see him, he seems to really earn that position. Every time we've watched him, every time we broadcasted him, he's been a stellar kid up to this point in the season. Indians look like they're bringing the blitz. Takes the snap.
First third down for the Roughriders.
Throws to the edge, incomplete off the hand of number 10.
Tyler Oberle. Justin
Oberle.
Williams' pass was a little high that time. He had him open. It definitely had about a 7-yard out there that would have got them the first down for sure.
Aaron Conley effect with
yes,
the
there
overthrown
you go.
arm.
Looks like the Roughriders are going to punt.
Keith Bebout back deep to return.
I believe Williams is also the punter for the Roughriders.
Oh, talk about a versatile kid.
Well, we'll see. He hasn't kicked it yet.
Well,
Oh, it's a high
that was
snap.
a high snap. And gets onto this one and doesn't have anywhere to run, and he's just going to dive with it.
I'll tell you, Caleb, that's something we may need to pay attention to, especially if we can pin the Roughriders deep. That was one of the key factors for the West Jeff loss to Fairbanks last week. There was a high snap over Williams' head that was for a significant loss and gave Fairbanks great field advantage to score. So that's definitely a factor for the game.
And now an announcement about one of our amazing sponsors, Blue Line Inks. The people of Blue Line Inks create the M.I.B.N. apparel that our broadcasters wear. They can embroider any clothing or apparel you need, jackets, coats, T-shirts, sweatshirts, you name it. Go to BlueLineInks.com and check them out. They've really done a great job for us right now. And speaking of a great job, Logan Hurst comes in to continue his hot streak.
Ball in Mechanicsburg 13.
Oh, gives it to Bebout and throws an interception. Number 35, Gabe Jones. And he's fighting on the outside, finally tripped out of bounds by number 13, Colin Hartley, it looks like. And that's going to give the West Jeff Roughriders the ball in the red zone for the Indians.
Yeah, that pass got right to him, right in the position of where Gabe was playing.
He got right in that window where Bebout was and just said,
in front, snuck right in front of him.
Yeah, he did. I played basketball with Gabe. He's an elusive kid and very agile. He loves to just sneak his way and make the steal right there on the interception. And it's a quarterback keep.
Williams is definitely agile on his feet.
Oh, yes, he is.
That's for sure. He's also a good runner.
Danced around through our offensive line and got dropped to just about the 5-yard line. 2nd and 1.
It's a big test for the Indian defense. Pinned way back.
Yes, it is. This is definitely a morale play. One that can lose your morale if you allow them to score here, but one that can boost it if they come up short. And a handoff.
Great stop.
It's about nowhere. At most a yard.
The Roughriders will gain a first down, but that was a great stop as they're still about 5 yards to the end zone. Puts them 1st and 5. 1st and goal, I should say.
1st and goal. And the Indians need to come up big here. Need a huge stop. 4 more downs.
Tackle on the play by number 22, Joey Misguided, number 8, Frank Magyar.
And here come the Roughriders to the line. Justin Hooker on the near side for the wide receiver for the West Jeff Roughriders. And it's another handoff. He's right up the gun.
Right up the gut for 6.
And West Jeff strikes first with 6, putting on the board with a run right up the middle to Gabe Jones. Looks like. And you said it going in. He's going to be a big asset to the West Jeff offense, and there he goes, proving it with their first touchdown of the game.
Trying to catch who this kicker. The kicker is.
67, Nathaniel Durson.
Looks like number 67, Nathaniel Durson, lines up.
And the kick is up, almost blocked, but sails through the uprights, and it's good. And we're going to take a break. 7-0 your score. The West Jefferson Roughriders striking first. This is the M.I.B.N. Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network coverage of the Mechanicsburg Indians West Jefferson game. Stay tuned for more.
I'll take any numbers you see too, because
Cheesy Pete's. What, you can't see anything?
We're trying our darndest over here to spot some stuff.
I'm right there with you.
I didn't wear my glasses, but I'm thinking, I don't think that would have mattered.
Number 67, Nathaniel Durson, set to kick things off for the Roughriders. M.I.B.N. and Misguided deep.
And we're back. Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network coverage of the Indians Roughriders tonight at Mechanicsburg High School. West Jeff just scored. They're up 7-0, and they're going to kick it away right now to open the last 4 minutes of the first quarter. Nathaniel Durson lining up at the 40 for the kick.
It's a big series for the Indians.
This is. After allowing a score, how can they bounce back? Kick is long, going to be fielded by Jake Hurst. Oh my goodness!
Just gets tripped up.
He had room.
And he had blockers to lead him away. It looked good. The only person that was left was the kicker.
Number 33, Jake Hurst.
And he had a lot of space.
Tripped up by the
The
A lot
mullet.
of blockers, but just tripped up in the back. The mullet monster would have gobbled up that defense.
For a guy that does a lot of tackling, he runs the ball pretty well.
Indeed he does. One of many versatile players out there on both sides of the ball. Logan Hurst in at quarterback. Takes a snap, tries his infamous keeper, and he's going to get brought up just about to the line, maybe a yard on the play.
Roughriders look like they have a little more hop in their giddy up here as they're ready to, after a score. That definitely helps morale, as you said before.
It does.
Indians need to retaliate, need to push one back in.
Indians just took a punch. Let's see if they can deliver it back or, God forbid, take another. Early in this game, morale is even bigger of a factor.
Turnovers don't help that's for sure.
No, they don't. And I know Coach Forrest has trained his team well to deal with morale and deal with negative events that happen. And here comes Aaron Conley. Shotgun, looking to pass. Looks for Joey Muscadri, but he's going to keep it himself.
Did a good job avoiding a sack there. Big number 75 from West Jeff. Josh Hahn, 260-pound defensive end, was breathing all over him.
That's a big kid right there. And Logan Hurst will come back in. Conley had
That was a nice run.
didn't have a lot of people open, so he said, fine, I'll do it myself, and ran the ball just as well as he would throw it. Joey Muscadri joins Bebout on the near side. Looking to pass. It goes to Joey Muscadri.
Catch. Nice move
Jukes
by
one
Muscadri.
defender.
Knocks one down.
Jugs
Goes
another
through
on the
two.
sideline. Finally brought down.
Number
on the
7,
play.
Zach Hahn.
First pass is complete.
Man, we were talking about agile players. Joey Muscadri's right up there with the Roughriders. That juke was something.
It was excellent. Knocked one guy down on the way. Got pushed out by the very last guy, the safety, number 7, Zach Hahn. Back out in this twins on both sides. Empty back set for Hurst. Oh, this is Conley, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, this is Conley. This is a rare formation we don't see often. Conley's going to keep it and run out of bounds. Pursued by a couple Rough Rider defenders.
Maybe 2 or 3.
Just about. It's going to set up second down.
Again, gets a little something out of nothing.
Second down and 8 for the Indians. Ball on the West Jeff 32-yard line. Logan Hurst comes back in. Man, we're going to be announcing quarterback switches till the cows come home tonight.
Every other play sounds like.
Noah Wolf and Frank Magyar.
Again,
They're
empty
far
back
side
set.
receivers. No one in the backfield.
Coach Forrest must see something.
He must. He clearly likes this passing formation.
Right there to Muscadri
Gets it to Muscadri.
again.
Muscadri's got a wide gap in the center. And is
he-
finally
He runs right through the defensive back of that Rough Riders.
on a pinch tackle is brought down. Call him a karate chop because he
There you go.
split that in half.
Conley comes back in. First and goal. Indians knocking on the door.
They are in the red zone right now. Conley takes a snap. He's going to roll to the far side. Dodge one defender, try to get what he can.
That was broken up big time by the Rough Riders. There was about 4 defenders that got through. Loss of a couple on that one. I tell you, we've gotten down here with passing the ball. Some outs, a couple digs in there in the middle of the defensive backfield. Might not be a bad idea to go back.
Absolutely. They might try a handoff, but Joey Muscadri, it looks like, is lined up as a tight end almost.
Another out. There it is.
There's
Very
Bebout.
close. Bebout.
Looks to
What
about
the-
the 5, maybe a little further.
Went back to that empty backfield with those 2 wide.
That's one
Indians
of
3rd and 2.
That's one of only a few formations we've seen. I mean, the Indians tend to keep it pretty consistent with their formations that they run on offense.
And typically pretty close together. Very tight. Not many split out. Kind of like we're seeing right now. This is very common for what we're looking at. 3rd and 2.
Finally have another member in the backfield. That's Joey Muscadri. He's going to
Lead
serve
block.
as a blocker. And someone loses their
And it,
helmet.
puts it about 4th and 4. Loss of 1 on the play.
At the 3-yard line.
We got little brother Joey Muscadri as our kicker for the Indians. See him down here warming up a little bit. I don't know what we're doing. I think Forrest says we're going to give it a shot.
It's always good to have a reliable kicker to finish you, and Danny Muscadri has been stellar up to this point in the season.
Jim Tressel would love to have Danny Muscadri as he's a big fan of the kicker.
I'm sure any team would love to have Danny Muscadri kicking on their football team. And it's a handoff to Joey Muscadri. He's not going to get enough.
He's in.
Oh, he's in.
He's in.
Touchdown.
Late touchdown call for the Indians.
Man, from
Nice.
up here, it didn't look like he was in.
I tell you, it's just enough.
I mean, those refs have a better vantage point than we do, so
They're
certainly,
maybe a little closer.
certainly they'll know.
And here comes Danny into the game. Gonna try to tack on one more and tie this game 7-7.
Snaps back, holds good.
We have a flag on the play.
Some laundry on the field.
For the record, the ball did go through the uprights. However, we have a legal procedure. Let's try it again.
All right, Danny, you made it from that far. Let's see if we can back it up and
That's right.
hit a more impressive one. Holder is number 4. Oh, no. The kicker
Hurst.
is number 4. Holder
Danny's
is
number 4.
Logan Hurst.
Logan Hurst holding the ball for us. Puts it down.
Holds good again.
Oh.
Off
the upright.
They're no good. So the West Jefferson Roughriders still have the lead 7-6 with 11 seconds to go in the opening quarter. And now we're going to shout out another one of our sponsors. If you're searching for a great local restaurant, look no further than Tammy McGuire's Mixins and Fixins restaurant. Located in downtown Mechanicsburg, they serve large portions of delicious home-cooked food. The waitstaff and kitchen crew are extremely nice and will serve you with a smile. Go to Mixins and Fixins for your next meal. And serving to promote a couple events that we're doing, the first episode of our Order Up series will be taking place next Wednesday, October 10th at 6:30. We'll be interviewing Coach Forrest after having some Mixins and Fixins. Nice home-cooked food there.
I tell you what, Caleb, you cannot go wrong with Mixins and Fixins. They take care of you for sure.
You cannot. So
Enjoy going there.
October 10th, 6:30. Tune in for that. But right now, you can enjoy Danny Muscadri getting ready to kick this ball off to end the first quarter. It's going to be a low kick. It looks like they're trying to do a squib.
Like they're trying to keep it away from Gabe. Oh, nice hit. Wolf sets him down.
There's some tackles you can't help but grimace at.
6 seconds the rest of the first quarter here as the Rough Riders lead 7-6. But that was a great comeback out of the Indians to bring it back within, put a score on the board.
Yes, it was. Good job with them striking back. Even if it won't tie the game up, still put some points on the board, get them right back in this. Not that they were out of it, but
Rough Riders start their third series of the game.
looks like this play is going to be the last of the first quarter.
Screen to the outside.
It's Justin Hooker. Brought down, and that is going to end the first quarter. Your score after the inaugural quarter, 7-6 in favor of the West Jefferson Rough Riders. This has been the M.I.B.N. You're watching the Mechanicsburg Indians West Jefferson Rough Riders game. Stay tuned for more. All right, 1 quarter under your belt. How you feeling?
I'm having a good time.
And we're back for the second quarter. This is Caleb Spinner for the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcast Network, along with our guest color commentator, Principal Paul Hirschberger. Coming to you now for the second quarter.
Rough Riders will start this quarter 2nd and 6.
Shotgun, handoff. Cuts past a lot of people, fumble. Oh, but it's recovered by the West Jefferson Roughriders, who continue the push to the 40-yard line of the Indians.
Gabe Jones picked up about 8-9 yards there on that, and then had a friend pick that up and pick up 5 more.
He got hit and then continued running, and we didn't see the ball in his hand. And apparently recovered by the Roughriders, who were able to get a little bit more out of it.
I think that's the definition of a teammate, Caleb.
That is. Man, we've seen a lot of shotgun. I don't recall seeing a play that's been under center yet in this game.
Not as of late. But Justin Williams, the senior hurler, steps in to take a next step.
And he's going to get maybe 2 or 3 on the play, bringing up second down.
Justin Williams, the ball carrier. Tackle the play by number 6, Patterson. Gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 8.
That was a good answer there, that big stop right there by Patterson. Slow the Roughriders down a little bit.
Yes, it was. That's a Dikembe Mutombo. No, not today. That one. Shotgun. They move twin receivers to the far side and near side.
Empty set.
The quarterback, the lone man, sends it in motion. Keeps it himself. Brought down, looks like just shy of the first down marker. Third and short coming up.
This will be the Roughriders' third down play of the night. They're 1-1. We'll see how they fare this time.
Even though it's 50% in football, that's a good percentage to have. In most other things it wouldn't be, but it's a good percentage to have. Shotgun snap, handoff up the middle.
Looked like Jones is going to take that across for another first down.
Indeed he is. It looks like they stopped him at the line, but he was just able to push for enough to get the first down and move the chains. So now they're 2 for 3. Even better percentage.
That is the Roughriders' 6th first down of the game.
And they're rolling. Takes the snap and gives it to his backfield teammate. And is brought down on the far sideline after a little bit of runnage is gained for the Roughriders. 9 minutes, 20 seconds left in the opening half and counting down. 7-yard gain puts this at 2nd and 3. Ball on the 23rd yard line of the Indians.
Indians need to wall up here and make a nice stop to prevent the Roughriders from putting another 6 in.
The quarterback's gonna keep it himself, finds a handy space up the middle, and is brought down in the backfield of the Indians after splitting through the secondary.
Muscadri makes a big stop because there was nobody else between Williams and the goal line.
No one would have been able there to prevent what would have been a touchdown. That would have been 6 if they hadn't come up and stopped it. Great job with the Indians. Shotgun snap again. Rolling far
No
side is the
hesitation.
quarterback.
He's just running straight, and the Indians stuff it big time.
Hard
No
hit
gain.
to take.
Williams takes a direct snap around the right side, medical line of scrimmage.
Maybe even lost a one on that one, Caleb.
One of the big trademarks of this rivalry is how physical each team gets with each other, and we're certainly seeing that on full display tonight. They've had several bone-crushing hits up to this point in the game.
There is not much love between these two teams when we're in between the lines.
The coaches might be friends, but the teams sure are not.
And that's okay.
Another shotgun.
Delay a game. That's going to help out the Indians, back them up 5.
Time gets away from the Roughriders.
Puts the ball on the 12-yard line. Still second and goal. Jones, the senior hurler for the Roughriders. Not much known for his passing, but I tell you, he can throw one every once in a while.
Indeed he can. We've seen it a couple times in this game.
And here it is.
He's going to throw it in the flats. And that one's in for the second score from the Roughriders of this game. 13-6 now, awaiting the PAT try. And man,
that was just a bubble screen out to the West Jeff sideline, and I tell you, they blocked that well and took it in for 6.
You give him enough room, and he's going to generate power in bunches. Just bust through any line you start to try to stop him.
Nathaniel Dursum, kicker for the Roughriders, lines up again. Let's see if an Indian can put a big paw up there and knock one down.
Looks like they're waiting for a holder.
Key element to the PAT, Caleb, is having a holder.
I believe this happened last weekend in college football. They were waiting. There was a team waiting for their kicker. Forget who exactly it was, but I remember seeing something like that. But it's a good hold, but there is another flag.
False start on the Roughriders. Moving back 5. I mean, Dursum could.
I know, I've never.
I'm also not 50 years old. But I believe it's legal.
Well, I remember earlier you were mistaken for another teacher's father, if I do
that
recall.
That is a true statement.
If I do
true
recall.
statement, Mr. Spinner.
And they're going to try it from 5 yards farther. Good hold.
Oh, there's no question. No question about that one. Not in.
Not even close. And that's going to put it 13-6 in favor of the Roughriders. We're going to take another break. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. This has been the M.I.B.N. Well, tomorrow is Saturday, and that means college football. I'm pretty sure a large majority of our audience is planning to watch their favorite team, but an aspect that's sometimes overlooked is the food. In order to have a great party, you must have great food, and that's where Pizza Alley comes in. Pizza Alley makes some of the best pizza I've had, and that's not a false statement, everybody. That's the truth right there, and it's sure to satisfy any of your guests present for the big game. So go see Matt Mayberry and the folks at Pizza Alley. Even if your team loses, your stomach will come on top.
Adding to that, Caleb, I don't know if I've had a better BLT pizza anywhere.
I
tell you,
heard of that.
Oh my goodness, they put enough bacon. They put enough bacon on those BLTs to make any bacon lover happy, and it is a fantastic make. Mr. Mayberry does an awesome job, and his staff.
I know we have some pizza up here in the booth for us, courtesy of Pizza Alley. That and the kick.
Bebout.
Bebout's going to get a chance to return this one.
He's got a good return. Oh, he is lit up. That was a hit. He does get a great return, about a 20-yard return, but he pops right up after getting drilled. Great job, Keith.
And we're going to cut to us in the booth. What have you seen so far in the first half that you've liked from the Indians?
I like the Indians are very versatile, and we're not sticking to one person or one style. Like, we continue to bounce things back and forth and keep the defense on their toes.
There's been a lot of offense going on. We'll see the Indians continue with a handoff up the middle.
Scodry, just slips.
Did a little vanishing trick. 1 minute he was in the backfield, the next he was past the secondary.
Yeah, great blocking up front by the line.
Very impressive lineup that they have for the Indians. Very young too, so we'll get to see this for a couple more years. Get to see them improve as this brings up 2nd and 1, gain of 9 on that last play. at the Indians' 39-yard line.
Yeah, the Rough Riders do have the age advantage. Lots of veterans on the field.
Another handoff to Muscadri again. Finds another gap in the secondary. Gets to the 45-yard line. Moving the chains for the Indians.
I tell you, it looked like the Rough Riders had that stuffed out, but he found a way through. Picked up another 5.
Got to give credit to Joey for finding holes in the defense that not many other people could find or hit, for that matter. Really a talented football player. Aaron Conley now in shotgun formation. Takes the
Back to
handoff to
Muscadri.
Muscadri again.
Another great run.
Looks
Trying
like
to get into 2 or 3 yards out of nothing.
Looks like the Rough Riders caught on to that one, but Muscadri was still able to add a couple more yards to his total on the night. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 7 at the 47 of Mechanicsburg. About 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Logan Hurst back in. Takes the snap. Handoff to Muscadri again.
Keeps those feet pumping.
Yeah, he
Picks up
does.
another 3 yards.
Able to get into West Jeff territory. And it looks like the Indians are
Right
gonna try
at the
to
50.
score. And they're going to try to score again, it looks like, before halftime. If they're able to put that through, tie the game up at halftime, you've certainly got to be proud of this first half.
This is a big 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 4, I should say. Very telling.
Huge play. I'm going to bet you right now it'll be a handoff to Muscadri.
Handoff to Muscadri that's looked like that for the last few plays here.
I don't know. They got B-Bout on the far side.
He's got some room. And you
it's
were right.
it's a
Handoff to
handoff to
Muscadri.
Muscadri.
And he's close. Very close. We'll see where they spot this.
From here, it looks like he's got it. And the refs have a really tough job. They mark it just short.
They look like they're marking it. They're calling 4th down, but I tell you, it looks. I tell you, we could have a measurement. Would be great to see this. However, we're not going to get one.
No, we're not.
We're going to go 4th and 1.
They're going to call it 4th down.
I don't even know if I would say 1. I would say 4th and a foot, maybe 2. Indians are going for it.
We'll go with 4th and inches right now at the 47-yard line of the Rough Riders. Shotgun formation.
Empty back set.
Aaron Conley is your quarterback. Looks like he might run it up the middle.
Nobody to hand it to, that's for sure. Oh, easily.
Oh, he's got it.
Runs
and
right
more.
through. Easy run of gain. Nice runnage on that play.
There's nice runnage on that play, indeed.
That was a great pickup for the Indians. Facing some adversity.
There was doubt on whether that last one was a 3rd or 4th down, but there's no doubt now that those chains need moved
Excellent.
after that run.
Great job for the freshman.
Certainly showing some of that 6-game experience that he has under his belt. Speaking of experience, here comes junior Logan Hurst.
Same
He's
play.
going to try the same play. It's just about the same amount.
Similar outcome, about a 6-yard gain. One thing we know about Coach Forrest, when he finds something he likes, he keeps doing it.
Yeah, keeps trying it until the other team catches on and then says, okay, let's find something else. 2nd and 4 now. Ball on the Rough Rider 34-yard line. 4 minutes now and ticking down left in your opening half. Conley is in the backfield with Muscadri.
Conley keeps it.
Conley's going to keep it. Goes to the near
Goes down.
sideline and brought down almost out of bounds. Just shy of the 30-yard line.
That's going to bring up another crucial 3rd down for the Indians.
This one should be a bit closer than it was last time out. 2nd and 4. 3rd and 4. 33-yard line as the Indians break huddle.
Another empty backfield. Hurst by himself. Wonder if Coach Forrest sees something right up the middle. Keeps it again.
They go near sideline.
Oh.
Logan Hurst is gone.
Logan Hurst does not pick up 4 yards.
He's
Logan
got
Hurst picks up 33 yards for a touchdown.
And the Indians make this a 13-12 game.
It's a big kick by Danny Muscadri. As we are 13-12, Indians down 1. Great run, great block.
If they do indeed kick it, it looks like they will, but I mean, you got to wonder if you'd go for 2 here.
With those how we're running right up the middle, that might not be a terrible idea. But I tell you got to give your kicker another chance.
Yeah, you do. He's got to redeem himself.
We may need him later in the game. So let's see how he handles this.
Looks like they are going to.
Hurst going to hold again.
Good hold. Good kick.
And it's
he redeemed himself.
13-13. I tell you what, Caleb, we knew we were in for a barn burner.
Yes,
as it's 13-13 with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. This is a dogfight against 2 great OHC North teams.
We forgot to mention the opening touchdown from West Jeff is the first points scored on this field by an opposing team this season.
That is a true statement. That's a great to point out.
Every other game we've had has been a shutout. This one's a good one. This is a good game right now.
Taylor Ayers, Garrett Baldwin, Gracie Carpenter, Lillian Cushman.
And now morale has been boosted for the Indians.
The subs on the sidelines are getting excited. And
Kate Moore, Mackenzie Napper, Cassie Paulson, Kaylee Robeson, Ellie Schiffer, Ellie Stanley, Elle Van Hoos, and cheerleading advisor Kim Poland.
Indians got to do a good job here the last 3 minutes to hold the Roughriders at bay. As we know, they'll come out. One person we've not seen for the Roughriders as of yet is freshman quarterback Tyler Bisher, coach's son. He is not very big fellow, but I tell you what, he can throw a ball. So that might be an interesting wrinkle that they might throw in here as we come into half.
Something new to try.
Squib kick.
Oh, and they muff it.
Oh! He is put down.
Wow. That is a hit if I've ever seen one.
We still keep squib kicking that to keep it away from Jones and trying to, put it in the hands of the returners that are not used to carrying the ball.
A little bit of contact as well from Tanner Frisbee at the end of that play with another West Jeff lineman, showing that this rivalry is very much alive.
Williams, empty back set.
Takes a snap, handoff.
No,
keeps
fake,
it himself.
keeps it. Indians all over it.
Man, faked me out.
Muscadri and a few other fellas saw it. I'm glad they saw it, even though you didn't. Kick Steele had a big stop on that one as well.
Yes, he did. He's had a couple this game. Really looks comfortable at that defensive end position.
He is a 3-year starter. That's been very positive for the Indians.
It'll be hard to see him leave after next season. It'll be tough.
5 wide for the Roughriders. Motion. Oh! Tried to throw back. However, there was nothing there.
Zero zip zilch nada patooey on that play. Maybe even a loss of yards on that.
No, Wolf sniffed that out excellently.
Yeah,
Stopped him. Actually, held him right at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 10.
Let him pack right to him.
It
We're
is
continuing with the Wolf jokes.
1 minute 40 seconds to go in the half. This is a big 3rd down for the Roughriders. Oh, and he goes nowhere as they hand the ball off.
It's nothing
It
on
is
that one.
4th
That's
down.
going to bring up 4th down.
Coach Forrest calls a timeout as he's got 1:16
4th and long. I mean,
that he's got to figure out what he wants to do with.
West Jeff is almost surely going to punt this one away, so I think he's trying to set up what his offense is going to do for the last minute and change of this opening half.
That would be a huge boost running into halftime, with a lead. This is a big series. What do you think, Caleb? Do you go to try to block it?
I think you do in this situation. I mean, you always got to be worried. You pointed out earlier in the game the quarterback is the punter.
That is a true statement, and we also know that their long snapper, a little unsure of hand.
So you got to be cautious. But I mean, sure, take a couple risks.
Don't want to run into that kicker because that could definitely give the Roughriders a little advantage in a 15-yard gain. Switches the tides. Although we do have Keith Bebout in the back to receive. He's wiry.
Looks like they've overloaded the front. They're going to pressure this kick. Bebout is
Indians
the
look like they're coming after it.
lone man back to receive is Bebout. Good snap this time.
High booming kick. Bebout by himself takes it and is gobbled
Gets
up.
Nowhere.
Lassoed, if you will, by a few Roughriders.
And
That gives the Indians a minute 7 to go just over 70 yards.
starting at their 29 right now. And just a reminder, I'm going to go up to the Rock and meet with assistant coach Marsh to get you a halftime video for you viewers. We're going to post that after the game. So make sure to be tuned into that on our Instagram page and the Twitter page at We Are M.I.B.N. on Twitter and at MIBN_MHS on Instagram.
Bebout split out wide.
And it's a pass wide open across midfield with a minute to go.
West Jeff in a prevent defense, yet Wolf somehow comes up by himself. Nice 20-yard gain. 1 minute on the clock.
Big play for the Indians. Now they're in West Jeff territory.
They're ready to go again. First down.
Definitely in a hurry-up offense.
Here we go.
Rolls.
Bebout.
He's got Bebout wide.
Wide open. Oh, just over his head.
Just overthrown. A little bit more Aaron Conley effect on that one. A little bit more overthrown, but incomplete. It does stop the clock.
That does give us time. It stops the clock. Gives the Indians time to take a breath and maybe set up a few plays here in a row.
50 seconds left. Ball on the 49. 2nd and 10 for the Indians. In comes Frank Magyar, substituting Colin Hartley. Senior coming in for the junior.
Logan Hurst back to the helm for the Indians.
Snap is back. Logan Hurst is going to keep this one
Hurst keeps
himself.
on the ground. Needs to get out of bounds. Nice block.
And he does get out of bounds.
Oh,
that's
late
a flag.
hit.
Late hit.
That's going to help the Indians. Let's hope Hurst is okay.
It looks like he is. He's up and walking.
Man, we got a Rough Rider about 4 or 5 yards out of bounds. Did not slow down.
No, he did not. That's going to be, what, 15 yards?
That is a 15-yard penalty. That is definitely a huge gain for a play that would have only gained about 4 yards.
That is a big call late in this first half.
I tell you, mental mistakes. That could come back to haunt the Rough Riders.
41 seconds left. 1st and 10. Ball on the 29 now.
Famous Rough Rider, Teddy Roosevelt, would not have been proud.
No, he would not have. Good history reference there.
I did teach history at one time, Caleb, back in the day.
Back in the day. Before the principal days.
That's true. Hurst
Aaron
again.
Conley
Oh, Aaron
takes a
Conley. That's we have a flag. Probably a false start. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And that's gonna cause the Indians to lose some of that field position that they got, but still not too bad.
Still a first down. Ball on the 30, about the 35. And, still knocking on the door.
Oh yeah,
with
still,
38 seconds.
Still very
leading us into
much in
half.
scoring position.
Connolly stays in at QB.
And for your viewing pleasure, the Tribe with Pride will be on at halftime. But for now, Aaron Conley is in a lone back formation. He's
Pressure,
being rushed.
being pressured.
Escapes
Throws
one,
it
throws
away.
it out of bounds.
Throws it away.
Smart decision
late
from the young
flag.
quarterback.
Late flag from the head official.
Rumors are intentional grounding.
And that is what they call. That's going to be a loss of down. That doesn't help.
No, it does not. Still think the Indians are in
They're still
good
okay.
scoring position.
Thankfully, it's at a time where it doesn't have as huge of an impact. That's a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, so that moves the Indians back to the 45 and also puts us at second down.
2nd and 15 coming up. 32 seconds left.
Second and 25 here, but really that's not 25 is not what we're going for as much as that goal line. Hurst back at the helm.
Takes the snap. He's got no in the
Screen.
flats, but decides to go to kick steal. Oh!
Stays in bounds. That's well, maybe he got out of bounds. He got hit.
It looks
Got
like
hit
he
a good
did-
one.
Looks like he did not get out of bounds. He's going to bring out the timeout from the
Indians. That's their second
Indians.
timeout. One left with 24 seconds to go.
And this timeout is brought to you by Darby Dental Smiles. For all your dental needs, schedule an appointment with Darby Dental Smiles in downtown Mechanicsburg. Dr. Jessica Kyle and her team of friendly dentists will have your mouth feeling healthy in no time. Check them out. They do a really good job every time I go down there, and look forward every time I go to them because their staff is just so nice.
That's helpful when you go to the dentist.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Make sure you're not just healthy on the outside, you're also healthy on the inside. What do you think Coach Forrest is drawing up for this crucial play?
I tell you, I don't know. I go back and forth with Coach Forrest. He's a very conservative fella, but he also likes to have a few tricks up his sleeve. Every once in a while, pulling out a trick play of some sort.
Well, we might see one right now. We might not.
With 24 seconds to go, you got one more chance before you need to really think about the end of the half.
You can try for the field goal.
Danny did make his last PAT. Any points?
It looks like it's dropped.
Yes. Incomplete pass. The sub-Indians blocking that view. 16 seconds to go.
That'd be a long field goal.
I don't know if Muscadri has the leg. Only a freshman.
I don't know. I mean, I do believe he used to play soccer, and I know he's a cross-country runner.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't know. I've never seen him try it from farther than 35, I don't think.
Coach Forrest used his last time out. Can't take it with him.
No, he can't, so might as
Talk this through.
well make it work for you. And
You have a few options here. You could just kneel it, take it into half, tied 13-13.
I mean, morale is still on your side.
That's
I mean,
right.
Last score,
Last score, exactly.
33-yard run from the quarterback, Logan Hurst, it's a demoralizing way to go into the half if you're West Jeff. Certainly going to take their time deciding what to do next.
Another factor is, this is fourth down and 20, maybe 17 or so. One factor with only 16 seconds left, even if you get a first down, that means we are going to have to hurry and maybe ground it. That way they can get something for another play. 16 seconds is not a lot of time for a team that may not be used to that kind of action.
And it looks like the ref is talking to the line on both sides as we get ready to start this crucial 4th and 17. So snap. And that's almost
man.
a pick.
I tell you, That was a pass Hurst just threw up for anybody to grab, and the only guy close was a West Jeff defender
And
who had a great chance at interception. However, that bounced to the turf. That gives the ball back to the Roughriders with 10 seconds to play. Matt, do you go for a shot or you just cut your losses and run in tied 13-13 and try to develop a plan? What do you think, Caleb?
I think you try it. I mean, what's to lose? I mean, you get the ball. You get the ball at after halftime anyway, so might as well take a shot.
Well, they're still not going under center. We're still all shotgun all the time.
Not a bad formation to be constantly in. They're gonna run it.
Simple run play. Jones picks up 10 yards. Timeout. West Jeff. 3 seconds to go. 3.5.
Trying to
That puts it a little closer.
Trying to save as much time as they can to get a play going.
I don't know.
I think this is going to be the last play.
Very well could. I tell you, this could be a time when we see the backup or the second quarterback for the Rough Riders, Tyler Bisher, who from watching pregame warm-ups, he can throw a ball from the 50-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a good time to see that.
Well, they need it right now. Morale is definitely with the Indians. But there's still time for one more play that may or may not swing to the Rough Riders side. This has definitely been a good game. Most of them for the Indians have been blowouts or shutouts even. And right now the West Jeff Rough Riders are still very much in this game as it is only tied 13-13.
And we do not see Bisher. Williams still in there at quarterback. We'll see how they roll with this.
Maybe Bisher will start the second half. Who knows?
Who knows?
Shotgun snap.
Another run.
Handoff. The middle,
I
and
tell you,
he's brought
Jones.
down.
Jones fought through. He was trying.
Well, that's going to bring up halftime. Fans bought the entire seat, but they only need the edge of it, as this one is tied 13-13 going into halftime. This has been the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network coverage of the Mechanicsburg Indians West Jeff Rough Riders game. Stay tuned for more after halftime.
20? 20. Yeah, 20. 20. What do you think?
Oh, one half. I think we're doing great.
I don't know, brother. I feel like I'm awful at this.
I did too. I did too last week, but I got. But there was a lot of people that said I did really well and better than they expected for a first time broadcaster. So
No worries. You do great.
you're doing great too. We'll be back. We still got another half.
I think you're obligated to say that.
Hey, better you than me. That's that right. Be like, that guy out there's got a ball. Where'd that come from?
Something dropped my eyeball.
Excuse me, sir.
This is my chair.
Is it cold out there?
Welcome to halftime with the Rough Rider Band. Tonight, we open our show with the theme from the Lego Ninjago movie. We hope you enjoy this catchy arrangement by Mike Story. Mandela hit Havana. Featured in this selection will be Casey Cunningham on sousaphone, Alex Rubel on baritone, trombones, Nick McLaughlin, Emily Miller, Kelly Clark, Jeff McClish, and on trumpet, Cecilia Wallace.
Taking a video of the band.
I don't know anything stand out. Not really. No. Not one person. No, you're great.
Even for them, it's kind of spread around. Yeah.
Scotty only has 29. Turnover was huge. That's really the big issue.
Better picture of it. Just did right here.
But how you doing?
Take a picture of that.
I want him taking the video. Now it's taking it. I just wasted a video.
Can't be an easy job.
I tell you what, make it look easy on TV.
Oh no 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 no.
Every once in a while, there's just this dead air. And it's like I feel like I should be saying something, but I don't know what to say, and then I don't want to say anything stupid.
I was always told, no dead air.
Yeah,
What you do, no dead air.
Yeah, right.
See, there's Camilla.
I'm glad there's like 4 people listening.
Joe Nuxall used to do it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was great at dead air.
3 of them, I think, are my friends who I quote them, which I should not have now, as I'm getting text. I'm giving them a rating with text messages. Yes, the old left-hander was pretty good at the dead air.
The dead air was classic for him, especially in his later years.
Yep. I still like a fly ball to deep left, right, center field.
Deep right, left center field.
Yeah.
We close our show
All
with
time.
the Hoopa chart hit, New Rules. We thank you for your kind attention.
Somebody over here talking about Joe Nuxall. Is that you?
These 2 guys
Oh.
there. Old Nuxall, dead air. The left right field, I love that. Yeah.
Mess that up, and everybody's gonna be like, man.
How can I mess it up? What's it for?
See that
Oh,
board out there?
it's gonna be very embarrassing.
Just tell them I from West Jeff.
Okay, what's the song? What's the song?
New Rules. You ever heard of that performance?
Yeah.
Nobody else has.
Rules.
The West Jefferson Band is under the direction of Elmer Breaker. Thanks, guys.
You bet.
I want
How'd they treat you last
He'd
time?
always go, partial score out of Columbus, Ohio State,
They ride it
35, and then everything. Or they winning or losing, you know. He'd throw the tees out there. Coming out of the half, Mechanicsburg will kick off to the Rough Riders. Adjustments are better than theirs.
That's my word right now, man.
There's no sneaky up here.
Yeah, no, there's nothing.
You can't bottle pee up here, guys.
Oh, you missed it. They're, White's receiving at this end.
I brought the high state coaches down the other day at halftime. I looked at them and said, "Yeah, the defense is looking better." I said, "Damn, you're busting our chops already."
There, they're getting it right finally.
It's a good target. Probably viable. Elijah Knight, playing on Scott. Number 4, Gabe Muscadry, will kick off the second half for the Indians. Number 16, Carson Smith, returns the kickoff for the Rough Riders. Ball will be placed at the West Jeff 44-yard line. 1st and 10 to start the half.
And welcome back to the M.I.B.N's coverage of tonight's game between the Mechanicsburg Indians and the West Jefferson Roughriders. I'm Caleb Spinner, along with my guest color commentator for the evening, Principal Paul Hirschberger of Mechanicsburg High School. And we've seen two relatively, a big gain, obviously, for a first down, and then that short run you just saw a moment ago. Looks like the Indians are going to ramp up their defensive pressure, and the Rough Riders are going to ramp up their offense.
Well, that's definitely the goal as they go nowhere with this next run, bringing up third down.
This one resembles the latter play. Gets maybe 3, looks like. Ball on the 49 for the Indians. Third and
Well, look
5.
at the first half stats, Caleb. The two of the big ones, very even yardage-wise, as Mechanicsburg had a total of 206 yards, West Jeff 126. But really, the time of possession, Mechanicsburg had it 15 minutes of the first half, and West Jeff only 8.
That is an impressive stat that really tells you about ball control. Pass.
Oh, nice hit. He does complete. Williams does complete that pass over the middle.
Good completion.
But
and
Hurst puts a nice hit on the West Jeff receiver. Those halftime stats provided by Mr. Dave Dingy, longtime Mechanicsburg statistician.
Oh, he helps us out all the time. We make a stat graphic at the M.I.B.N. Every week that we broadcast, and he's our number one supplier of stats for that. So we'd like to thank him tremendously for all he does to help this organization.
I tell you what, if a Mechanicsburg athlete did it, Dave knows.
And the handoff up the middle. Brought down after a little bit more than 5 yards, if I had to guess. And Dave not only knows recent stuff, he's the one that'll tell you from 1970, 1980 stats.
He is the school historian for sure. He has compiled historical stats from the beginning of the school for both football and basketball. So he definitely has done a lot of research in those regards.
English may be his main language, but sports is his second, so he's a really intelligent dude when it comes to sports. And this one's going to be a keeper out the middle, gain of 3.
That brings up a crucial third down for the Rough Riders in this opening drive. 6th play for them.
Yes, it does. Brings up 3rd and 4 at the 26-yard line of the Indians. The Rough Riders knocking on the door. 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Handoff to Jones. He's close.
He's been good this entire game. I mean, they've definitely the number one option for West Jeff is running the ball, and he's carried a load on his shoulders.
He is short of the line of gain on that carry for a 4th and a long 1. Looks like the Rough Riders are not hesitating and are going to go for it.
No, they are. I mean, if it's a 4th and 1 situation, you find yourself going for it more often than not.
In high school sports specifically.
Yeah, in high school sports especially. When it's college and pros, you get a little bit more risky, but or there's a little less risk.
He breaks through, and that's a
he's
definite
got
first down.
Another case of keeping the legs churning to get extra yardage
Scores,
after a run.
Oh, sorry about that, Caleb. Scores from around the OHC at half. Madison Plains 8, Cedarville 8, West Liberty 21, Triad 7, Greenview 14, Southeastern 7, Fairbanks 41, Northeastern 10, Greenon 44, and Catholic Central 6.
And Fairbanks, you mentioned in their winning their game, they beat the Rough Riders last week.
Yes, it was a big game. Fairbanks had a great 4th quarter to seal that.
And that's a quarterback
Williams,
keeper.
Right through the middle, about 9 yards.
That'll move the chains again. 2 consecutive first downs. No, they're going to call this one short. 2nd and 2. Ball on the 14.
West Jeff wasted no time this possession.
No, it seems like they came out of the locker room with a game plan, and they're following it without hesitation, without question.
Their 10th play of the half. Rattling off some yards. Ball on the 14-yard line.
And this
Williams
one's a
keeps again.
keeper. Out of bounds. Just shy of the 10-yard line, it looks like.
That's their fourth first down, Caleb, of this half.
Man, they came out of here with a bone to pick with the Indians, you know. Came out
Not too
certainly ready
excited.
for a fight.
If I know the Indians, they'll give them one.
Oh, they will. They will. And they have all through that first half. Really
They're-
tight game, 13-13. You know, no side can seem to get ahead. Shotgun handoff. Brought down with a relatively short gain. Credit to Joey Muscadri on that one.
I don't even know if there was a gain. I tell you, it was 1st and 10 on the 10-yard, and it looks like it's very close to the same.
Danny Muscadri setting up a net on the sideline, warming up his leg.
May come in handy.
It may. It may. And he's one for 2 on extra points.
Williams keeps again and goes nowhere. Great stop for the Indians.
I wonder if Blesher is much of a runner as Jones is.
The stat sheet would say otherwise. He's more of a passing quarterback. Williams is definitely the runner of the two.
I predict when it gets later in this game, I predict they might need some long bomb throws.
Third and 10, or should I say 3rd and goal for the Roughriders from the 10. Williams is going to throw. Uh-oh,
He pump
pressure.
fakes.
No one to throw to. Tucks it. Probably a wise decision by Williams as it looked like they were trying to set up a screen wide. However, he had some linemen downfield, so it was probably on a smart move not to throw that. That'd have put him back even farther.
Shows how intelligent of a quarterback he is. I do believe he is a senior.
He is a senior. The senior hurler, if you will.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see number 67 for the Roughriders. Nathaniel Dursum, kicker.
Comes out for the field goal attempt. About a 19-yard attempt, it looks like. Kick is up.
It's
And it's
definitely
good.
had some distance. That had a nice look to it. That puts the Roughriders up 16-13 as they put a score on their first drive. However, I would say that's a short win for the Indians,
It is. I mean,
keeping them out of the end zone.
you never want to give up points, but I mean, you certainly take 3 over 7 or 6, potentially 7, and putting it right through the uprights. And speaking of uprights, we're gonna shout out Goshen Lanes right now. They have been one of the main places for fun in Mechanicsburg for a while now, and if you go there, you'll understand why. Matt Mayberry will get you hooked up with a fresh pair of bowling shoes and a lane with some pins that are just asking to be knocked down. You can also get some Pizza Alley pizza while you're there and eat it while you bowl. There's so much to do at Goshen Lanes, you don't want to miss it. And the Roughriders gonna kick this one away after scoring the first points of the second half.
We'll see what the Indians do with their first possession in the second half. 4 minutes to go. We
sure-
talked about time of possession being huge in that first half. The Roughriders rattled off a little over 5 minutes.
Whatever they elect to do, you can almost guarantee it's going to be from the shotgun. We've seen no under center plays thus far.
Over his head.
Still comes
Scodry
down
has to
with
go
it.
back.
Down
Right
with
through
it.
the
He's
middle.
At the 20. Gets to just
Not
about
down.
gets to the 25, keeps pumping. Gets a little bit more to about the 28. Nice return. Good yardage on that one.
Number 16, Carson Smith on the tackle. Ball will be placed at the Indian 27-yard line. First and 10 for Mechanicsburg.
And this sets up the first drive for the Indians. Anxious to see what they'll do.
Hurst back at the helm for the as quarterback for the Indians. Trips to the far side of the field. Empty back set.
Takes a snap. He's going to keep this one. Looking for blockers. Finds something to the near side, but is brought down shy of the 30.
Not much there, Caleb.
No, not much at all.
Tried to bounce it out and gain a few extra yards.
Sometimes the best way to go is north and not east and west.
True statement. Some guys who know a lot about that were former Mechanicsburg quarterbacks, the Huffman brothers, Alex and Andy. They were definitely very good at finding that north and south back in the day.
Big runners in their day.
Big runners.
I remember being really little watching them play high school football. And Aaron Conley will test his luck. Doesn't get much further.
One of those big mangs on the defensive line for the Roughriders. Gives him a big bear hug and pulls him down.
Gain of 3 to the 30-yard line. Not a bad run. Not terrible. I mean, not what you want, but still. Those small runs slowly chipping away at the Rough Riders' confidence.
Brings up a crucial 3rd and 9 for the Indians as we start this in their first drive of the second half. 3 minutes to go.
Logan Hurst in the shotgun. He's going to roll to pass.
Screen.
Dumps it over to
Muscadri. Oh, sorry. Kicks Teal. Kicks Teal. Weaves his way through.
Gets to the 45, and Indians coming up big.
That's huge. That's a gain of 30 on that play. That was excellent. Kicks Teal, not necessarily known for his agility, but I tell you what, he tiptoed through there and made that a wonderful run. Nice little touch on that pass from Hurst.
He's one of those players, you give it to him in the backfield, and he'll generate power and just plow through anything that's formed to stop him.
And with a smile on his face.
Oh, yeah. Really takes pride in crushing defenses. Logan Hurst remains in at quarterback. Handoff to Muscadri.
There he is.
Cuts up
behind
field.
A horde of Indians. Oh, there's
and
a
face
flag
mask call. He's still holding on to it.
Couple flags at the end of that play. It looked like there was little extracurriculars going on besides just football.
No, yeah.
As Muscadri got pulled down, it looked like a face mask, if I say so from here.
Looked like we were going to call an Indians Rough Riders boxing match in a few minutes.
Hey, I think that happened a time or two throughout history.
I don't know. We might have to call up our good buddy Joe Rogan and get him down here to call it with us.
All right, we do have 2 flags on the play. We have a face mask. Must have been the same call. Face mask against the Rough Riders. Tacks on 15 to the end of that run. That makes that a 40, almost 48, 50-yard gain on the play.
Shot himself in the foot right there. Certainly not something you want to happen at this point in the game.
No.
If at any.
And that puts the Indians on the Rough Rider, 17, 15-yard line.
17-yard line.
In the red zone. Conley.
And off. No, it's a pass to Bebout.
Pass to Bebout.
Low, but he's got it.
Through. And
touchdown.
That would be a touchdown. Indians.
Kid Lightning finds the end zone.
He was quick through there.
Man, once you get it in his hands, he's just gone. There's no chance of catching him.
That was a great play. That makes that face mask penalty even bigger of an ordeal for the Rough Riders.
What a big play.
Danny Muscadri once again going for the point after. It's got the height, but I don't think it has the distance.
Well, it still puts the lead back in the Indians' hands. 19-16 right now with 2 minutes, 22 seconds left in the third quarter. And we're going to step aside as this has been the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network.
Just go for 2. He's not sure. He's not shooting. It's not an automatic.
Well, the Indians certainly have some confidence put back on their side after striking hard with a touchdown from Bebout. And now they're going to kick it away. That was a really stellar touchdown that they had.
It was a great great possession for the Indians. That was a quick possession, much quicker than the previous half. But I tell you, it was a great answer to the West Jeffs opening drive.
Indeed.
Number 4, Danny Mechanicsburg will kick things off for the Indians once again.
And there's the kick. Able to be returned. The far sideline, thrown out of bounds.
And there's a
the
flag.
Wade Jones returns the kick.
Far sideline, hard to see what's going on there with.
The Rough Rider 37-yard line.
Really tough to see what exactly happened. We can only guess unnecessary roughness,
Possibly a late hit.
possibly.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds.
And that's exactly what
hit.
it was. That does not help the Indians.
Does not.
Now the Rough Riders.
That adds 15 to the end of their run. They were going to start this possession
In their
at
own
a-
territory.
in their own territory on about their 35, and that puts them in the Mechanicsburg 40, 48 maybe. That changes the dynamics of that return.
Mm-hmm. It does. Shotgun formation, still more of the same.
Williams keeps it still in the game. Nowhere.
Dropped
Indians surround him and put him down.
just beyond the line of scrimmage, if that.
If that's a gain, that's a short one.
They're going to call it a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 right now. Ball on the 47.
Empty back set for the Rough Riders.
Looking to
Williams
pass.
the pass into the
Short
flats.
pass. Driven out of bounds by Frank Magyar, senior cornerback.
That's
Riemann.
about the 3rd or 4th pass. Senior receiver Oberly for the, sophomore receiver Oberly for the Rough Riders pulls down.
We mentioned earlier Danny Muscadri, a member of the Mechanicsburg Indians cross-country team. Cross-country has their home meet tomorrow, the William B. Saxby Invitational at Goshen Memorial Park. If you're still in for Mechanicsburg Athletics after tonight, well, there you go. You can go see that game, or go see that meet tomorrow at Goshen Park in Mechanicsburg. Single member in the backfield. Keep from
Keeper.
Williams.
Great fake. Oh, nice stop by Bebout.
Bebout.
Shoelace tackle.
Man,
He had a great fake there. A lot of people followed Jones out to the far side.
Another instance where if he wasn't tripped up, he would have been gone.
Bebout saves us. Although it is a first down for the Rough Riders.
There have been a lot of members of that secondary that have made big plays tripping up defenders to prevent what would have been 6 or 7.
Empty backfield again for Williams. Although Jones motions, keeps it this time.
He's going to get nowhere.
That is a big loss.
Loss of almost 5.
That jet sweep went nowhere. That was Patterson and Magyar who snuffed that out. Great defense.
And the clock's going to tick down and end our 3rd quarter. Your score, the Mechanicsburg Indians 19, the West Jefferson Rough Riders 16. And stay tuned for the 4th quarter. This has been the M.I.B.N. coverage of the Indians Rough Riders here at Mechanicsburg Stadium. And here come the West Jeff Roughriders.
2nd and 17.
Trips receivers on the far side. He's looking to pass it.
Out to the flats. Nobody there. Oh,
Two spin moves.
Two. I tell you, it looked like that was going to be another no gain.
It did. That was going to be absolutely nothing. And then
Two
spin
Mechanicsburg
moves.
Indians definitely hit him in the flats. But Jones did a great job of spinning out of that and making that a big play.
Making him miss.
We have a delay here for some reason. Ah, penalty. I did not see that.
Oh, I didn't see it either. All the yellow pants, I think the flag might have gotten mixed in on it.
Ah, targeting call on the Indians.
Ooh, that is not something you want to have happen, especially at this point in the game.
And that's a big penalty, probably half the distance of the goal. Puts them at first down.
And we have a special guest with us that just walked in, Miss Tammy Rockenbaugh, in the back saying hi to us. Certainly appreciate that.
Absolutely.
T-Rock, a phenomenal 4th grade teacher for us here at Mechanicsburg.
She is.
Junior class advisor as well, doing a great job with the kids, coming to bring us our 50-50 winner.
Yeah, she is. And that play, taken out to the far sideline, gets little to no gain.
It's good that the Indians bounce back after that big penalty.
Yeah, it is. Certainly shows that nothing really gets to this team. Coach Forster trained them well to not let the game get to them.
They are a resilient bunch, Caleb.
That comes from hours of practice, not only in the fall season but in the summer as well.
Well, Coach Forrest is a very mentally tough guy himself, so it's only right that he puts that on his team. Hey, we were under center that time, Caleb.
Oh, wow.
First of the game.
There's a first time for everything, and we just saw one right there. Certainly surprised me. Joey Muscadri makes the catch.
Big hit. That puts us 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Really should say 3rd and goal from the 4. Big stop.
And we just got an update from one of the Indians players, Mac DeLong, who had surgery, is at home watching, recovering. So shout out to Mac. Thanks for watching our broadcast, and we're wishing you a speedy recovery.
Yes, Mac. I tell you what, we definitely could use you out here, brother. Hope you get better soon.
And that's
Williams
a quarterback
keeps, and he is stuffed. Maybe a yard to gain. It is a great stop for the Indians. You know, I'd really like a Mac DeLong interception about right now. He had a few of those.
Yeah, he's had a few of them, especially in the opening game against Kenton Ridge. He had a couple, and we have a player down.
We have an injured player for the Roughriders.
Injury timeout. That's the quarterback, Williams, it looks like.
That would not be a positive for the Roughriders. We do know that they have a solid backup quarterback in Bisher, but he is definitely not the same style of player as Williams. Now would be a great time to Caleb to give a shout out to our senior golfer.
Oh yeah, Jack Shoemaker just qualified for state. That is next Friday and Saturday.
I believe the Scarlet course over at OSU.
Okay, yeah. So if you're in the area or you just want to go to OSU, there you go. Go support Mechanicsburg when you do it.
Jack has had a phenomenal senior season.
Oh, he has. He's been incredible in almost every meet they've played in, or every match they've played in.
That was not Williams who was injured. That was an offensive lineman. Did not catch the number. Again, the yellow numbers for the West Jeff Roughriders. Very difficult to see.
They make our job pretty hard.
As that occurs and they help the young man off the field, West Jeff kicker Nathaniel Dursum comes back on the field, lines up for another 3.
He's going to try to tie this game up.
I tell you again, wonderful to block this, but if again the Indians hold the Roughriders to 3, that's a win in itself.
And the crowd's getting loud. You can't hear it, but we certainly can.
All
Bleachers
over
are
the
rumbling.
place. Low snap.
Kicks up.
Kick is up.
Oh, it's off
it
the
is
crossbar.
no good. No good. That is a
The
great.
kick is no good.
Holy cow! The Indians.
The lead remains with the
Indians catch a break, pick up the ball now. That's a great start. However, that gives them the ball on the 11-yard line as we change possessions.
That could be a crucial play coming down to crunch time in this game.
Yeah, there's still 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go. That time of possession for Mechanicsburg, they can wind some of this clock and put it in the end zone. That would be a big, big blow to the Rough Riders.
And knowing Coach Forrest, I'm almost certain that they're going to do that.
I stand corrected, Caleb. In high school, the ball goes back to the 20-yard line after a missed field goal. That's definitely huge for the Indians.
I know you and I both have college football on the mind, so we tend to mix that up a little often.
I tell you,
Oh!
AC takes it around the end, gets hit pretty good. He pops right up.
Treats Aaron Conley like a seed and plants him to the dirt.
I love his spunk as he jumps up and runs off. As we see, as always, as all night we've had a quarterback switch about every other possession.
And I think that's playing into the mentality of West Jeff. I mean, no matter how hard you hit them, they're just popping up and saying, try it again, big boy.
Hurst back at the helm for the Indians. Second and 6.
This ability to change quarterbacks is really benefiting the Indians, keeping them fresh. Looking to pass. Bebout's open.
Got him.
Sidesteps the defender.
He's running backwards.
And it looks like a first down and a little bit more.
Very close. And a flag. Again, extracurriculars going on between the Rough Riders and the Indians. Let's see who it comes from.
That's definitely to be expected in a game like this.
Cool heads will prevail.
Yes, they will. I'm sure both coaches are preaching on that on the sidelines. And it's against the Rough Riders.
Personal foul. That tacks on 15 to the end of that huge play. Pitch and catch by Hurst and Bebout.
He's down by the band.
That'll take the ball out to the Indians' 47-yard line. First and 10.
And now a 1st and 10 for the Indians.
That's on the West Jeff 47-yard line. Timeout on the field as the referees decide to talk about where they're going to dinner tonight, probably.
Well, they're certainly not talking about a book club, so we have a couple local restaurants in here that you might
I was just going to say we have a couple sponsors that we could share with them.
And I literally just mentioned Mixes and Fixins in the first half. You could go down there and get something to eat there.
They would not be going wrong.
Oh, no, they would not.
Low snap, Hurst. Screen pass to Muscadri. Nice block.
Steps.
I tell you, huge block by Jaron Patterson. Uh-oh, there's some little scuffle. There was preliminary discussion that possibly the ball was popped out, but referees say no way. Indians ball. Gain of 2, maybe 3?
2 or 3, it looks like. 3, 2nd and 7. Ball just shy of midfield.
One of the other positives about switching these quarterbacks back and forth, Hurst being left-handed and Connolly being right-handed as you go back and forth from hash, we always have, or typically have had, our strong side hand to the wide side of the field for that throw. And we have a flag.
Move penalty.
Before the snap, that's an offside, looks like, on Mechanicsburg.
And these two quarterbacks have been money tonight, completing a high percentage of their passes. And on the subject of money, did you know that Security National Bank is right in Mechanicsburg? They provide customers with quality service and a number of financial services as well. Next time you need to go to the bank, look no further than Security National in Mechanicsburg.
Second down and 12 for the Indians. As AC gets ready to take the snap.
Drops back.
High pass to Bebout.
Normally Bebout can get those, but not when he has the defender hanging on his back.
That was great coverage by number 15, Blade Wolf from the Rough Riders. He was right there, jumping all over
Blade, that's one heck of a first name. That's awesome.
Crucial third down for the Indians.
In the shotgun formation.
Tight trips on the near side of the field. Hand to Muscadri. No gain. Maybe a loss of 1.
Joey Miscadry, the ball carrier, brought down at the line of scrimmage by number 35, Gabe Jones. Actually, spotted a loss of 1. Fourth down and 13.
And here comes fourth down
Deep to deep.
from the 44.
Muscadri back to punt for the Indians. I can't see who's back for West Jeff, but my guess it's the Jones kid, who has ran pretty well tonight.
And Muscadri, another offensive player that subs in as punter.
Ooh, that was close. That was a close, but I tell you what, Muscadri's on the ground. And there's a flag thrown in. 2 Rough Riders right in front of him. Muscadri did get bumped on that play. And roughing the kicker.
And the Indians offense.
I tell you,
stay on the field.
That's a 15-yarder, if I believe. I tell you, mental mistakes in this. Mental mistakes in this game. That have been the name of the game for sure. And they're moving the chains. That puts us at 1st and 10. Ball on the 40. First down. Mechanicsburg catches a huge break with only 6 minutes left to play in the game.
Yeah,
that could be costly.
This one's going to come down right to the wire if the Indians don't score here, but chances are they will. There you go. Snap. Handoff to Muscadri. Gets nowhere.
And he gets nowhere. We are.
Number 22, Joey Muscadri met in the backfield. Initial contact by number 7, Zach Hahn.
Number 7, Zach Hans. I know you called his name a couple times early on in the game.
Yeah, big linebacker for the Rough Riders. Gets through.
It's going to bring up a loss of 1, 2nd and 11, the 42. And I can't name a single person on this West Jeff that's not huge, strong, and an intimidating presence. I don't know what they're feeding them over there, but it certainly is working.
That is true. Hurst back at the quarterback. Quarterback draw. Right
up the middle.
He's not worried about how big those Rough Riders are.
He's not.
I tell you what. Gets to about the West Jeff 38 as they call a timeout with 5:09 to go in the 4th quarter. Mechanicsburg still leading 19-16. Indians definitely showing some fight. One of the things we talked about as the beginning of this game was how closely these two teams were and how much evenly matched. It has been nothing but anything but promised as it's back and forth.
Yeah, this has certainly been one for the ages, if I do say so myself. 5 minutes left to go in the game. This one might come down to the wire. I mean, this is definitely the most exciting and close game we've had on this field this season.
That is true. And as you said before, the most points that we've given up on this field this season.
Exactly. I mean, we gave up 7 to West Liberty last week.
Correction, that school up north.
Oh,
we don't want to give them any credit to anything.
That school up north, I apologize for that one. But, yeah, those were the first 7 that we gave up, and 16 more here. But still, great season starting off 5 games without allowing points on this field.
Here we go. Big 3rd and 3 for the Indians.
Logan Hurst fakes a pass.
Uh-oh.
He's got room.
He gets a first down and then some.
Stiff arms once and gets pushed out of bounds.
That was the exact same play as before. Quarterback draw right up the gut. As we know, Coach Forrest works once. You know what? Try it again.
Big first down for the Indians.
That is huge. 1st and 10,
Be spotted on the Rough Riders 16-yard
4:49 to go, and ticking. We got a timeout here, Caleb. I don't know what. Injured player. Officials timeout for an injury. Although I don't see who we're looking
I don't
at.
see anybody on the ground either.
Nonetheless, 4:40 to go, 19-16. Mechanicsburg up by 3 in the fourth quarter.
4:52 will be placed on the clock.
Ah,
Okay.
we,
Clock
we,
adjustment.
we had a clock adjustment here.
Clock
We're at
adjustment.
4:52 is what they asked to put on 1st and 10 for the Indians.
The 16-yard line in the red zone.
Be sure to come out tomorrow morning.
The Indians
Mechanicsburg's
knocking on the door here.
cross country.
Could make a big score.
This could be a big play right here.
Beeb out wide, near side.
It's a snap.
I tell you, new quarterback, same play. Aaron Conley, right up the gut.
Runs off
And they go further into the Village Pharmacy red zone.
About a 5-yard run.
Aaron Conley
Second
will
down.
take a break. The Village Pharmacy has been serving the good people of Mechanicsburg for a long time. They're located right downtown and can fill prescriptions, provide you with medical supplies, vitamins, and even get you hooked up with some snacks and drinks. Almost anything you need can be done at the Village Pharmacy. Pay them a visit soon. And Logan Hurst back in under shotgun. Another fake pass, quarterback run. Gets a couple yards.
West Jeff seems to think they have an idea. They did stuff that one a little bit, not much of a gain. And with only 4:02 on the clock, West Jeff calls a timeout.
That's their second of the half.
I think they are looking into crystal ball of Coach Forrest and knows that he using this clock to his advantage.
They've got one more in the game.
Remember, Mechanicsburg athletes, if they're short of drink, 16, please grab some water and juice. Your other fluids, 2 to 3 hours before each practice.
And this drive from Mechanicsburg has been absolutely spectacular. Speaking of drives, did you know that Mechanicsburg has its very own car dealership? Visit Dave Cale Chevrolet the next time you need to cop a new set of wheels. If you have a Chevy car or truck now and you need some work done, call Paul McMahill, our main man in the booth, and the service department. Whether that means removing a dent, replacing a mirror, or a bigger project, the good people at Dave Cale's will take good care of you and your vehicle.
I tell you, Dave Cale is a phenomenal person and has supported Mechanicsburg schools for a long, long time.
Seems like everything they hold is sponsored by Dave Cale Chevrolet. He's one
Very
of those guys
generous
that
man.
loves to support the school. And here comes Logan Hurst.
I tell you what, why not? Takes it up the gut.
Same run. A little bit further into the red zone.
That brings up a 4th down. 4th and about, what, 2, 3, think there, Caleb?
2-3 just about. Would you go for this one, do you think?
Why not?
Why not? 4th and 3, ball on the 9.
Let that clock tick.
Yeah, they're going to let it tick.
He's going to keep that going.
And the
And Coach
timeout.
Forrest uses that clock to his advantage. First time out of the half with 3:14 to go.
Certainly winding down on what's been a great game. Only just about 3 minutes and change left in this game. 19-16 in favor of Mechanicsburg. They put up a big fight, both teams have in this game, keeping it interesting right down to the wire.
You know, they say that games are not won and lost on one play. But I tell you, Caleb, this one right here, this 4th and 2, 4th and 3, it's pretty important.
This has got potential to end it right here.
Either opens the door for West Jeff or closes it.
And shout out to one of our viewers. I don't know if he's still listening on, but we got a special guy watching up near Cleveland area. You know who you are, and we'd like to thank him for watching us, and appreciate his viewership.
All right, we break the huddle.
There we go.
4th down.
The moment we've been waiting for.
Mechanicsburg players are bowing to the crowd saying, get up here.
I think they're going to get it. I think they got it.
It's not up the gut, out wide.
It's near
Logan
sideline.
Hurst. I don't know.
That's going to be close.
It is very close. Referees call it dead. Let's see where it's spotted. Ball is spotted on the
Initial spot.
5-yard line. That puts it first
That's a
down.
first down.
Oh, my goodness.
And they got it.
First down.
Off the near side scramble by Logan Hurst.
He had a pack of Indians in front of him, putting some hats on some Roughriders. And the clock rolls.
Man, Coach Forrest is going to use those timeouts, it looks like, to really take a dent out of that clock. 2:45 now.
Aaron Conley in the game.
Indeed,
Empty
Conley,
backfield.
Conley comes in. Got Teal as a blocker.
West Jeff brings the house. I think they blitzed all of them.
They threw everything in the kitchen sink at Aaron as he scrambled for that one. Maybe
You know
a gain
what?
of 1 or 2.
That's okay. That clock is still rolling. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Ball on the 5.
2nd and goal for the Indians.
Man, this possession is huge for the Indians. And for the Roughriders, for that matter.
I tell you, they're doing a great job of just letting that clock tick, 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 taking every second they can. Hurst stumbles and falls with the snap.
And that one's going to be down close to the backfield, it seems like.
West Jeff looks like they used their last time out, Caleb. They're out.
And they did. They're done. They have to let the clock roll if the Indians so
1:54.
choose.
1:54 left on the clock. 3rd down coming up. Ball would be placed on 8, maybe?
Looks like it. 3rd and goal on the 8 when we come out of the timeout.
Well, we know Coach Forrest, big fan of Woody Hayes, likes to run the ball, so we know that's what he's going to do. But who do you think he dials up here? Do you keep it in the hands of the quarterback, or do you use the Muscadri, who is our big back, 2nd leading rusher in the league?
You know, if I was Coach Forrest, I'd do any of them. I mean, you can keep the quarterback. That's proven well. You can throw it to Bebout or Muscadri in the flats. That's proved well. Basically, anything you do at this point has a high chance of success.
Well, I think for sure they're probably going to keep it on the ground. That way that clock runs. You don't want a chance of that thing. Let's see.
Single man
It's
in the
definitely
backfield.
Muscadri gets the carry, and he is
And he's
swarmed.
He ran into a wall of Roughriders right there.
That's okay. That brings up 4th down. But what we know is that clock is rolling. Either way, 4th and 8, 4th and goal from the 8, excuse me, or West Jeff ball. They still have a long ways to go.
And after that last timeout, there's nothing West Jeff can do but watch it tick.
Coach Forrest may watch it come to the end and use one of his 2 remaining timeouts.
This clock has played a big factor in this game.
And that's
Indeed
exactly
he
what he
does.
does, yes.
There's the timeout right there.
All right. Let's see what he dials up. Let's hope he was watching last weekend's Buckeye game versus the Nittany Lions.
And we'll use this timeout to talk about the House Cafe and Bakery in Mechanicsburg. After school, many students are hungry and in dire need of a bite to eat in between practices, extracurricular events, and no, we don't mean the rough engagements that have been going on with the Roughriders. We mean extracurricular clubs and activities, or both. That's where the House Cafe and Bakery comes in. It's a great way to hang out spot and can provide you with an outstanding lunch, soup, or one of their other meals for a low price. Check them out.
Another shout out here to the Mechanicsburg student section in the midst of the blackout as we have our all black jersey on. Many students down in the far end zone that are cheering them and rooting on in all black all game.
It's always good to see when the kids support each other, and that's certainly a big theme here at Mechanicsburg.
Here it is.
Here comes Logan
4th and
Hurst.
goal from the 8.
Takes
Back
a
to
snap.
pass. Lets it roll. Points. He's still rolling. Throws.
Throws across his body.
Oh,
Almost.
I tell you, it looked good. He took off a few seconds there. It was close.
You got to wonder if that's what they wanted to do, was take a couple seconds off the clock right there. And here comes defense onto the
Nonetheless,
field.
turnover on downs, 92 yards ahead
1 minute
for
to
the
get
Rough
almost,
Riders.
1 minute to get almost the entire length of the field.
I tell you, 92 yards is a rough ride.
For
the Rough Riders. I've been waiting all game. All game for that
First
one.
the Wolf jokes, and now we got the Rough Rider comments. Oh my
Teddy
goodness.
Roosevelt did show up as well.
And the history. Always teaching.
This might be
teaching
longer
people.
than San Juan Hill. We never know. Williams still in the game to throw. Finds a Rough Rider wide open. We got a flag in the
Dodges
backfield.
one.
As he is still on his feet. That was a big play. That brings the Rough Riders out to the 35. Again.
35 Gabe Jones.
Still flag on the field. Against the Rough Riders, it looks like, from initial speculation.
They're not moving him back.
And the chain gang is moving. It's going to be against the Indians.
That is against the Indians.
Roughing the passer on the end.
Roughing the
Roughing
passer.
the passer. Oh, my goodness.
Not helpful. That takes that 92 yards to 50 in a second or a few seconds. There's still 52 ticks left on the clock. Mechanicsburg SRO Officer Roberts joins us in the booth.
Yes, he does. Snap from the shotgun. Looking at the three wide receivers near side. Gets one across the middle.
Mechanicsburg
Brought
in
down at the
prevent defense.
30.
I tell you, the ball is moving, and the clock is not.
And we just mentioned him. There he is. Officer Roberts. Great employee at the school. We love everything he does. And now his job involves hanging out with the new pup, Chief, now at the school. So
He does a great job of keeping Mechanicsburg safe day by day.
He does. So thanks to him for everything he does.
Coach Forrest uses his last time out here with 37 seconds to go. As he tells the Indians he is not happy with the fact that the Rough Riders have got the ball all the way to the Indian 35.
I mean, we can't hear
30,
what he's saying
excuse
right
me.
now, but I'm not sure I want to. I
No.
can envision what's all being said down there, and
Definitely a pep talk for sure.
oh yeah, definitely. Who does OSU play tomorrow?
The Buckeyes play the Indiana Hoosiers tomorrow.
Okay, that should be a good game.
I tell you, the Hoosiers are 4-1.
Not bad. What are they? Big Ten?
Big Ten, no
Big
schlep.
Ten. Yeah, they are.
I tell you, the Buckeyes cannot sleep on them. Coming from the big win from Penn State, we know what happened last year for the Buckeyes. Although, Mr. Spinner, I come to realize you're not a Buckeye fan per se.
I am not. I'm more of a Notre Dame Irishman myself.
You have deep family ties, I understand.
Yeah, we do.
But we can both agree Indians are the team we root for first.
Oh, absolutely. There's a
40
reason this is called the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. and
That's
not
exactly right.
Someone else.
We've got a clock issues going on.
He cranks me and shuts me down.
44.
In case any of our listeners are interested, Notre Dame plays Virginia Tech tomorrow.
All right, we get the clock squared away. We're at 44 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the Mechanicsburg 30.
This is
Williams.
this is as we call it the school and we have every day. This is crunch time.
This is
Right
crunch
now.
time. That is for sure. We could make that a sponsor.
Looks at the pass.
Pass is caught. Maybe.
And he's batted
rolling.
out of bounds.
The clock is rolling.
Or no, he's shy of out of bounds.
That clock is rolling. 30 seconds and counting.
And they're
2nd down.
and the Roughriders are under tremendous pressure. This
they're
crowd
going.
is
He
loud
goes-
and on their feet.
Goes to throw.
Wrong bomb.
Oh,
And
and it is
through his
the
hands.
Mechanicsburg did get beat on that play.
20 seconds to go.
That was right on the money. He went right through the hands of the West Jeff receiver. That would have been in the end zone.
Brings up 3rd and 5 from the Indians.
Berg gets
25.
a huge break. 20 seconds to go. Big play, big play. For not being much for passer, we saw Williams put one on a dime right there. That's a little scary for the Indians. Mechanicsburg crowd is on their feet and cheering.
This is the loudest I've heard the stadium this season.
There he is again. Dials it
Throws.
up to the flats. Oh,
And it's
threw his
again
hands
off
again.
the fingers.
Oh,
and
my
that's 4th
goodness.
down.
It brings up 4th down. I tell you, that went right through the receiver's hands. No one around him. That was just a missed catch.
And it doesn't look like they're going to bring on the field goal kicker to try to tie it. They're going for the kill.
I tell you, that's a long kick. Here we go.
I guess I have
15
NFL
seconds.
on the mind with that.
Yes, 15 seconds. This is it. Now the Rough Riders could go for the 5-yard gain and try to get out of bounds here. Maybe a 5-yard out.
Indians need
But
a big
15
stop.
seconds. I don't know. There it is.
There's
Going
a long
for
bomb.
it for the end zone.
And it's caught.
And it is caught. And that is a touchdown, Rough Riders. And I tell you what, that is a great throw by Williams. The final blow. 9.5 seconds to go, and it is 22-19.
Wow, I'm still getting over that.
I am thoroughly
My
impressed with that throw.
goodness. What a crazy turn of events.
The Rough Riders definitely stepped up to the challenge. As Gershom goes to put on the final kick.
Snap, hold, kick. Good.
And that makes it 23-19. Indians will need to score.
Wow.
There are 9.5 seconds to go. If anything, there may be one play here.
I don't know. I've seen a lot crazier happen, I know, so we'll see what happens. Maybe the Indians put together their own miracle play in the last seconds. Who knows?
That definitely changes the momentum of the game.
No, that definitely quieted the crowd
Big time.
quite a bit.
Keith Bebout is deep with Muscadry. We'll see if they could pull off something. Although I doubt that gets there. Probably a squib kip coming our way. Maybe the magic mullet. Is that what he is?
Mullet monster.
Mullet
The
monster. To the rescue.
Let's see. Nathan Dursum. And there's the kick. It
There's
is
the
low.
And here
Bounces
we go.
to the mullet monster.
We have a flag on the play.
Dances
Mullet monster's
around.
on his feet.
He's got room.
We have a flag on the play.
There is a flag.
If it is on Mechanicsburg as an offensive penalty, the game would be over. But if it is on the West Jeff Roughriders as a defensive penalty, you cannot end the play on a defensive penalty, or in the game, excuse me. We will wait. And we have a
Holding on
hold.
the offense.
We have a hold on the Indians. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your game.
And that's the game. The Indians losing this
Heartbreaker.
one. Final score, 23-19. And now we're cutting back to the booth. It's been great having you
Hey,
in the
Caleb,
booth with
thank
us
you
and,
so much. It's been a
calling the
pleasure.
game.
A lot of fun.
We've been excited to have you. It's been a great pleasure. Thanks for calling us.
Yes, no problem. It was a great game up until that last moment. I tell you, West Jeff had a lot of resilience. They definitely fought their way through and kept in the game the whole time.
Sometimes losses make for entertaining games still, though. But tune in next week. The Mechanicsburg Indians play the Triad Cardinals. Still at home, same location, same time, same place. And we'll have full coverage of that game. For the M.I.B.N., I'm Caleb Spinner saying good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go Indians.